I thought I'd do a short video today where I did a tutorial of a technique that I use, and it's a marker technique, and I'm going to be using Prismacolor markers today, but you can use whatever type of marker you want. It's a technique that I discovered about a year ago by accident, and it's something that I use all the time now. So I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So as you'll see, I've got a piece of paper here with I just drew a set of eyes, and I scanned it, and then I've copied it onto the paper a few times so I can kind of demonstrate what I'm gonna be doing. So for this tutorial, I'm gonna be doing a black eye, not a black guy, and I'm going to be doing the coloring of it. And this is something you can use for tons of things. If you don't want something fully saturated and you want it to look a little bit like the ink is bleeding. So I'll show you what happens if you try to do a black eye with some marker, put some purple in there or whatever. Put some blue. Whatever. So this doesn't look very good, as you can see. However, what I've discovered by accident is if you do it on the other side of the paper, it works a lot better. So I've already kind of sketched out where the eyes are. You can use a light box, however you want to do this. But what you do is just on the other side of the paper, color in where you want the blue and the purple to be. And it can be pretty messy on this side. And the more you push, the more it's going to bleed through, obviously. And you're going to kind of keep checking it to see where you're at. I want a lot of bleed right underneath the eye, especially in this part, so I'm going to do it like that. So you can see it's already looking better. I'll add some purple now. But yeah, this is a technique that like I said, I discovered it on accident when I was drawing on a piece of paper that had already had some marker on the other side. And I ended up just liking the way that marker that had bled through looked within the drawing. Oh, see, like this is cool. You got a little bit of purple going into the eye. Looks a little bit like some blood. I've got a red marker, so I can kind of accentuate that on the other side. Right in here, you can go back. So as you can see, it's really a trial and error type deal. But if you compare the two, I mean, there's no comparison. Clearly, this one is much better looking, and the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. This isn't even that great. I've noticed that the Prismacolor markers actually bleed a little bit better than the Copic, and so usually that's not a good thing. You don't want your markers to maybe bleed through the paper, but for this particular technique, it works well. And so you can see that one actually is probably my favorite out of the two. But it's just a technique that you can use for anything. If you want to put a little splash of color in someone's complexion or something in their clothes, anything, it really works well. It's a cool technique. It looks pretty messy, but it gives a good effect. So yeah, that's all I wanted to show you guys today.
I want a girl just like the girl that married dear old dad. She was a pearl and